Hello guys! Welcome to my channel. All old men should watch this video. Love is not just a feeling, it's an art, and the greatest artists are those who understand the subtle strokes that make a masterpiece. There's a surprising truth that many men overlook, and it's something women absolutely love. It may sound bold, but consider this. How often do you come across a man who seems to have it all success, looks confident, yet still struggles to forge deep, meaningful connections with women? It's not about money, charm, or appearances. The real issue lies in missing a few key, often overlooked behaviors that can make a world of difference. Today, I'm going to reveal 7 powerful yet subtle traits that women desire but rarely talk about. These aren't your typical dating tips. These insights are rooted in psychological principles, an ancient Stoic philosophy, offering a perspective that will completely shift how women view you. By the end of this video, you'll understand how small shifts in your behavior can make you unforgettable, all without the need to try or chase. Imagine this. What if you could tap into the deepest subconscious desires that most women don't even realize they have? What if by embracing this understanding, you could effortlessly stand out from the crowd, not through showing off, but by truly connecting with what makes a woman feel seen, desired, and emotionally engaged? Here's the hard truth. If you aren't aware of these subtle, yet powerful secrets, you're missing out. You might be unknowingly hindering your potential to create lasting attraction and leave a memorable impression. So stay with me until the end of this video. The final insight is the most impactful, and once you grasp it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Before we jump into the secrets, do me a favor. If you're serious about mastering these techniques and transforming your approach, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the life-changing wisdom I'll share. Now let's dive into secret number 1. Secret 1, the power of touch before intimacy. As men age, there's an unspoken truth about the importance of touch, not just physically, but in forming deeper connections with others, especially in relationships. This truth is often overlooked in modern life, where we rush through interactions, and the true power of touch is lost in the noise. When it comes to intimacy, the first step often doesn't start with sex. It starts with the subtle, meaningful connections made through a simple gesture. Touch. This isn't about the quick passing touch of a handshake or a casual pat on the back. No, it's the kind of touch that speaks volumes. Without words, the power of touch is profound, and it's the foundation that can build intimacy. Before it even begins, think about it. We've all heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. And in the context of relationships, this is undeniably true. Touch is the language that connects us before we even begin to speak, and it sets the stage for deeper emotional connections. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought peace of mind through self-control, often emphasized the importance of self-awareness and personal connections. They believed that true happiness and tranquility came not from external possessions, but from the inner strength and deep relationships we cultivate with others. In a modern context, the Stoic principle of connection holds even more weight. Men as they age can use touch as a tool, not only to express affection, but to establish trust and closeness, both of which are essential to emotional fulfillment. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It is not just our thoughts that shape our lives, but the way we engage with others through those thoughts. When you focus on fostering deeper, more meaningful connections, starting with a simple touch, you are cultivating the very foundation of emotional intimacy. In the hustle of modern life, it's easy to forget the importance of such things. Yet, the act of touch can serve as a reminder of something greater, a way to strengthen bonds, build trust, and share vulnerability with another person. It might seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Whether it's a spouse, partner, friend, or even a family member, physical touch can break down barriers and help restore the emotional intimacy we may have lost along the way. There's a deep truth here that many overlook. Touch, when done meaningfully, fosters emotional connection and trust. It is the unspoken bridge between two hearts. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In a world where we often chase after external desires, the real wealth lies in the quality of our relationships, and the power of touch plays a central role in that. So men, as you go through life, remember that intimacy doesn't always begin with words or grand gestures. Sometimes it starts with something simple, yet incredibly profound a touch. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you have used the power of touch in your relationships. How has it shaped your life, and what role does it play in fostering the emotional bonds that matter most to you? If you believe in the power of touch to build connection, drop a comment. Intimacy begins with touch. Like, subscribe, and remember, true wealth is in meaningful relationships. Secret 2. Flirting with confidence and respect. Flirting with confidence and respect is a skill that resonates deeply with men of all ages. As we age, we often find that our experiences, wisdom, and perspectives have shaped how we interact with others, especially in social situations. Flirting in the conventional sense is not just about playful attraction, but about connecting with others in a meaningful way based on mutual respect. It's about approaching interactions with the confidence that comes from knowing who you are and the respect that acknowledges the autonomy and dignity of the person you're engaging with. For many, the idea of flirting may bring back memories of their younger years, perhaps invoking the image of a bold, brash approach or a time when things felt simpler. But as men mature, the approach to flirting often evolves. It transforms into something more refined, less about conquest, and more about genuine connection. In fact, this new approach is much more powerful and impactful because it draws on the Stoic principles of self-discipline and mindfulness, which are vital for maintaining composure and respect in all social interactions. To flirt effectively as a mature man, you must exude confidence, not arrogance. Arrogance often stems from insecurity, trying to project an image of someone who is more than what they truly are. Confidence, on the other hand, comes from a deep sense of self-awareness and self-assuredness that is both quiet and strong. Confidence is subtle but noticeable. It's in the way you carry yourself, in the way you listen, and in how you value yourself and the person you're conversing with. This quiet strength is something that grows naturally as we age and reflect on our life experiences. It's rooted in the wisdom of knowing that there is no need to prove anything. You've likely lived through moments where you had to rely on your own strength and resilience. This is a foundational part of what it means to be truly confident. When it comes to respect, it's important to understand that true respect in flirting isn't about giving compliments just for the sake of it or seeking validation. It's about recognizing the individuality and agency of the person you're engaging with. Respectful flirting doesn't place someone on a pedestal. It acknowledges their worth as a person and interacts with them as an equal without expectation of something in return. The modern world, with its complexities and rapid pace, can make it easy to forget the significance of this simple principle. We live in a society where attention is often commodified and interactions can be shallow. Yet it's those who approach others with sincere respect and confidence who stand out, who leave a lasting impression. A man who understands the value of respect and carries himself with confidence creates an aura that attracts people to him. This dynamic is just as true in personal relationships as it is in professional or social environments. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to be calm, composed, and thoughtful in our actions. It teaches us that we cannot control their actions of others, but we can control how we behave. The art of flirting with respect is no different. It is about maintaining composure, being present in the moment, and offering yourself as a person who values meaningful interactions over empty gestures. In modern life, where distractions are endless, it's easy to forget the power of genuine connection. Yet when we approach others with confidence grounded in self, assurance, and respect, we invite a deeper form of connection that resonates beyond surface-level interactions. This approach isn't about trying to impress anyone, but about being your true self and allowing others to see the value in you, not just as a person who is engaging with them, but as someone who truly appreciates who they are as well. As we age, our perspectives shift, and we become more attuned to the importance of meaningful interactions. So remember, when you engage with others, whether you're flirting, making a new friend, or just connecting on a human level, bring confidence and respect with you, not just as a strategy, but as a true reflection of who you are. A person who values himself and others equally, and who approaches life with a calm, composed wisdom that only experience can offer. Secret 3. Why touching her hair at the right moment creates connection. Every man, particularly those navigating the complexities of life, must understand the subtle yet powerful dynamics that shape human connection. The right touch at the right moment can unlock something deeper than simple affection. It can forge a bond that transcends mere physicality. When you gently touch her hair at the perfect moment, you are not simply making a gesture. You are tapping into a timeless emotional current that speaks directly to the soul. Think about it. How many times have you felt that spark of chemistry when someone simply brushed their hand across your arm or touched your hair? That feeling of being seen, understood, and valued. It's not by accident. This is the secret. This is the power of connection. Stoicism teaches us that we must be deliberate in our actions, measured in our thoughts, and present in our interactions. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So when you touch her hair at that exact moment, when the conversation has reached a point of intimacy, when the energy between you is palpable, you are not just physically engaging with her. You are reinforcing a deep, unspoken bond. This is more than just about attraction. This is about making her feel something. When done correctly, the touch of her hair is not a random act. It is an intentional move that says, I am here fully engaged, aware of the energy between us, and I am acting with purpose. But it's important to understand that this isn't about manipulation. It's about creating something real. In today's fast-paced digital world, where interactions often feel transactional and shallow, a simple yet meaningful touch can signal that you are someone worth knowing, someone who values deeper, more authentic connections. Don't take this lightly. A soft touch on the hair can ignite her emotions, spark a sense of vulnerability, and unlock a space for true intimacy. But as with all things, timing is everything. Do it too early and it can feel forced. Too late and the moment has passed. Be deliberate, be aware. As the ancient Stoic Seneca once said, no man is free who is not master of himself. Control, presence, and precision in your actions will bring you the results you seek. What's the lesson here? The lesson is this. As you navigate relationships, especially as you mature, the subtlety of your actions can carry far more weight than grand gestures. Whether it's the delicate touch of her hair or the way you look her in the eyes when you speak, these small acts can leave a lasting impression. And don't forget, this is not about seeking validation. It's about creating connection. Connection is the bedrock of every meaningful relationship. The most powerful men throughout history, from the warriors of Rome to the philosophers, who shaped the world, understood this. They knew that control not only of the external world, but of themselves was paramount. The Stoic king, Marcus Aurelius, Secret 4, being her protector in small ways, ruled an empire not because of his strength alone, but because of his unshakable calm, his ability to read the moment, to act when necessary, and to show restraint when called for. So, I challenge you next time you find yourself in an intimate moment, be aware of the power of a simple touch. Don't let your actions be dictated by the fleeting moments around you. Become the master of your interactions. Feel the power in a subtle gesture, like touching her hair, and realize that in doing so, you're making a statement about who you are. You are a man of purpose, a man who connects with intention, a man who has mastered the art of presence. This is the kind of man the world respects. This is the kind of man who creates lasting connections. Embrace the power of your actions, and you will see the results. Let's be clear here. If you want to be the man who truly connects, the man who leaves a lasting impact, then step into your power. Recognize the importance of the small gestures, of the precise touch, the right timing. Embrace Stoic wisdom, and remember that every action you take should be measured, deliberate, and aimed at creating a deeper connection. It is within your control, and it is your responsibility. So the next time you find yourself in that moment, remember this. Touch her hair and let that be a reflection of your intent. Let it be a reminder that in this world of chaos, you have mastered the art of connection. This is your moment. Take it, own it. If you're ready to master the art of connection and step into your power, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now. I am the man who masters the moment. Like this video. Subscribe for more wisdom. And always remember, true strength lies in control, precision, and presence. Being a protector doesn't mean playing the role of a superhero or her personal bodyguard, swooping in to save her at every turn. In today's world, women are strong, independent, and fully capable of facing their own challenges. However, here's the truth. No matter how empowered they are, they still long for a man who can make them feel safe. Not through grand dramatic gestures, but through consistent everyday actions that show you've got her back, both emotionally and physically. Many men mistakenly believe that being a protector is reserved for the rare extreme moments, like stepping in during a fight or defending her honor in some heroic display. But the reality is far simpler and far more effective. It's the small everyday moments that create trust and lasting attraction. It's in how you react when someone is rude to her, the way you ensure she gets home safely without making a big scene about it, and your quiet but powerful presence when she feels uncomfortable. These small acts of reliability are what build real security. A man who remains calm under pressure, who handles challenging situations with grace, and who supports without being overbearing, is the type of person who makes her feel safe in a world that is unpredictable and often chaotic. Stability is an incredible asset, and it is undeniably attractive. It's important to note that being a protector doesn't mean exerting control over her or making her feel helpless. In fact, true protection isn't about taking charge in every moment. It's about being the rock she can lean on when needed. It's about being someone she can rely on, those rare times when strength is required, without getting overly involved in her personal life or forcing your will on her. A protector doesn't panic, doesn't escalate problems unnecessarily, but doesn't hesitate when the time comes to step up. He's emotionally steady, able to remain composed, and handle situations with calm precision, which brings us to the value of Stoic philosophy. In these moments, Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." A Stoic man remains emotionally steady, acting not out of impulse or insecurity, but through careful thought and measured responses. This is the energy that makes a woman feel at ease in his presence. When you embrace this calm, controlled demeanor, you distinguish yourself from the majority of men who either react impulsively or do nothing at all. You become the man who doesn't need to boast about being strong. Your actions will speak for themselves. A Stoic approach to life means demonstrating strength, not just in the big dramatic moments, but in every small choice you make to act with patience, calm, and reliability. This is how you make her feel safe, and how you show that she can trust you to be her protector in ways both big and small. In real life, this translates to being the kind of man who isn't overwhelmed by the challenges life throws at you, but instead faces them with calm resolve, offering her a sense of security just by being who you are. So, take a moment to think about how your actions, both large and small, reflect this kind of steady strength. Women notice, appreciate, and ultimately trust the man who embodies this quiet, unwavering protection. In closing, let me leave you with a call to action. What small actions do you take every day to make those around you feel safe and supported? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about how the little things can make the biggest impact. Secret 5. The psychological effect of mentioning a dream about her. In the intricate dance of human connection, the subtle art of planting a simple yet powerful idea can have lasting psychological effects, especially when it comes to relationships between men and women. One such powerful technique, often overlooked by many, is the art of mentioning a dream about her. This tactic, when executed thoughtfully, can forge an emotional bond that lingers long after the conversation ends. While most men tend to rely on compliments or grand gestures to express their admiration, this understated approach holds a deeper, more resonant impact. It suggests in the gentlest of ways that she's been on your mind even when you're asleep. Picture the scenario. During an everyday conversation, you casually drop a line like, "I had the strangest dream about you last night." The key here is to maintain an air of casualness, allowing her curiosity to grow. As she inevitably leans in, eager to know more, most often she'll ask, "Wait, really? What was it about this simple question?" Seemingly innocent, opens the door to deeper emotional engagement. But here's the real magic. You don't need to concoct a grand fantastical dream. Keep it light, natural, and even a little playful. A simple and relatable story, such as, "I don't remember all of it, but we were just sitting in a cafe, talking about something deep, and it felt really nice," is more than enough to evoke the desired response. This understated description, though simple, carries a profound message. It plants the notion that you feel comfortable around her and that she occupies a special place in your subconscious mind. It creates an unspoken connection, one that is personal, yet not overtly demanding. Women by nature are emotionally attuned and drawn to the idea of being thought about, particularly in a way that doesn't feel forced or contrived. The beauty of this tactic lies in its spontaneous nature. A dream is something that cannot be controlled. It's a product of your subconscious, and that sense of genuine randomness makes the message all the more intriguing and authentic. The significance here is that this approach is worlds apart from a calculated compliment or a rehearsed line. It's not something you say with the intention of impressing her. Instead, it's an organic, almost accidental moment that creates intrigue. When you say, "I had a dream about you," it triggers something within her, an instinctive curiosity. She'll start to wonder, "Why was I in his dream? What does this mean?" This taps directly into a core element of female psychology mystery. Women are naturally drawn to the unknown, to the deeper, unspoken connections that aren't immediately obvious. They crave the feeling of being special, but not in a generic, formulaic way. By introducing this seemingly simple comment, you give her a taste of that special feeling without putting any pressure or expectation on her. It's an effortless way to make her feel important and unique, which in turn creates a bond of emotional connection. Now, let's take a step back and relate this concept to Stoicism, a philosophy that at its core teaches us about the value of patience, emotional restraint, and the power of subtlety. A Stoic man understands that true attraction isn't about pursuing or chasing after someone relentlessly. Instead, it's about creating a natural pull, one that arises organically from the depth of his character and the authenticity of his actions. In the context of this dream technique, a Stoic man wouldn't beg for attention or desperately try to make an impression. He would allow moments of connection to unfold, naturally, with minimal effort, trusting that the attraction will build over time. Rather than trying too hard to impress, he lets small, effortless moments, like the mention of a dream, slowly create a deeper emotional pull. The Stoic doesn't need to manipulate or control. He simply allows the relationship to evolve in its own time. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation with a woman, remember this simple yet profound psychological trigger. Use it sparingly. Don't force it. But when the moment feels right, watch how she leans in intrigued and how the dynamic between you subtly shifts. This small act, rooted in sincerity and psychological insight, has the power to change how she sees you without you ever having to try too hard. Alright, that wraps up today's video, my friend. I hope you found these insights as eye-opening as I did when I first discovered them. Remember, applying these secrets is all about consistency and confidence. It's not about trying to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and doing it effortlessly. Now here's the thing. It's not just about attracting others. It's about improving your own life. By practicing these small actions, you'll find that your presence becomes stronger, your confidence becomes deeper, and your relationships become more meaningful. So, if you're ready to start applying these lessons and take that first step towards becoming the 1% of men who really get it, don't hesitate. Drop a comment below and share which tip surprised you the most. Hit that like button and subscribe for more insights that will transform your life. Remember, it's the small things that count the most, and when you master them, your world will change. Stay strong, stay sharp, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Catch you in the next one, my friend.